Hi everyone, welcome. This is something new for me. I'm going to delve into the mind and try and understand what's going on here with a lot of people that are in the public eye. I'm going to start with Donald Trump because he's the man. The man is everywhere at the moment, and this is not a political read, guys. I just want to get that right there, plain as day. This is not a political read. This is reading the man, meant to understand more about the man so that we can make educated choices in judging what's going on in the world moving forward. I want to dive in. This is not my personal opinion. This has nothing to do with me personally. This is getting into the mind of and behind the scenes of what is going on the surface with Donald Trump. So let's see. He is a Gemini, of course. A lot of us here on this channel are aware of that. So let's see. I'm going to be doing a Celtic cross, and I'm going to be laying down the cards first off. Three of Pentacles in reverse. Well, this is an energy of not fitting in. And what I'm getting here is that when it comes to sitting down in meetings with other politicians, with other world leaders, he is someone who does not fit in. Now, again, this is neither, I'm not here to judge right or wrong. I'm just stating what's coming through here psychically. And what I'm getting here is that he doesn't fit in. Okay. All right, let's see. Yeah. A lot of concern and worry around him. Oh. And I'm also getting this, guys. I'm getting an energy here of people who are worried about weaknesses, which is really interesting. I'm picking up people around him are worried about a weakness within him. And I'm picking up this weakness. Oh. Now this is really interesting, guys. What's coming through here is that other people around him, colleagues, people from the other side, other world leaders, are sensing a weakness within him this time around. Now, what is this weakness? Let's continue on. Being hung out to dry, persecuted. Isn't that always the way, guys? He doesn't fit in. He's not trying to fit in. He's trying to do things differently, is what I'm getting from Spirit. And he will be persecuted because of that. You know, he's not towing the line. He's not doing what he should be doing. He's stepping over people's boundaries. And people around him are really worried about that. He's a little bit of a loose cannon, and people feel that they can't control this man. And as a result of that, there is some persecution because people like to have control in the political field, in his colleagues, in who he has around him. They like certainty, they like stability, they like to be pulling the strings, they like that. And they don't have that with Trump. And that's what worries them, that's what keeps them up at night. And there is an element of him doing things very differently to the way things have been done in the past. I think we all know that. I'm not telling any kind of major thing there, but what is major is that there is a persecution, an energy of persecution around him. Okay. Future energy is disappointment and having to go back and rethink, redraw up plans. Okay. So the current energy around him is, as we know, volatile, doing things very differently, but in the near future I get that there will be a drawing back of that energy. Yeah, this is this loose cannon. This is what's on the surface. Starting strong, but no follow through is what I'm getting. So right now there's a lot of energy around him, but quite soon I'm getting not exactly a reversal, but a slowing down. Yeah, the Seven of Pentacles, because this is a hard road ahead. A hard road ahead. He will be met with a lot of, I keep getting this word, persecution. Okay, what else do we have, Spirit? Now, this is really interesting, guys, but I do get, for Trump, feminine energy. Now, this happens usually as a result of masculine energies who lose that, well, I'll have to just be honest and say testosterone over time. So he's coming up as a female here. But, of course, that is just indicative of where he's at in life. He's an older gentleman. Okay, let's just, I'll leave that up to your imagination, because I don't want to go into that side of Trump. So yeah, let's leave that alone. But he's coming up as the Queen of Pentacles, because, you know, what's different this time around for Trump is that whereas before he was very aligned or very, very focused the majority of the time on fitting in and trying to be all things to all people, this time he's really focused on and this is really interesting, guys, the middle classes, doing right by the middle classes, middle income to lower income energy. I'm not talking like super low income, but people who are working, people who are contributing, you know, paying into the system, all of that. He really does, at the heart of things, have those people in mind in terms of what he is doing right now. And he believes genuinely and sincerely that he is doing the right thing for, I'd say, you middle to lower income Americans. He knows that the people who are a higher income, that those people will be fine. They're the people who are worried, concerned, mainly about what's going to happen to their future finances, because these people are concerned, and this is really interesting. These are like your older Republicans that I'm picking up. They're really concerned that this is something that Trump can't sustain. Like they're liking the change that's coming in, and they believe in him to make positive, good choices when it comes to their finances, but they're concerned that he does not have the staying power. Yeah. Okay. Right now, there's an energy of negotiation around him. Three of Wands in reverse. Negotiating with a genuine interest in doing right by the majority of working Americans. Yeah, the Eight of Pentacles in reverse. He wants to, yeah, he wants to ensure that working class Americans are better off in the long term than they have been under previous administrations. And there's this energy of persecution and judgment with the Nine of Cups. You know, this is really positive energy. I think a lot of people are going to be happy. There's a lot of concern, a lot of worry around what's going on right now, but in the long run, I see the majority of people, even people who don't personally like Trump, being happy with the results that come out of the changes that are enacted right now. Now, there is an element of the disenfranchised here, which I'm not going to go into. But your average American person that is there legally, citizen or not, will have it better, a better time of things in the future under Trump. A better time of it in the workplace. I feel workplaces will be significantly better places to work, a better environment. This is good, guys. This is really good. Now, we do have some disappointment coming up here in the not too distant future around some negotiations. So I wanted to go into that a little bit more with the Three of Wands in reverse and the Ace of Swords. Yeah, there is going to be a disappointment when it comes to a negotiation that is going to fail. It is going to fail, but he is going to go back to the drawing board here. There will be a pause. Let's just call it a ceasefire, okay? There will be a pause, but then there will be a positive result that everyone will be able to live with. This is good, guys. This is real positive change, and this is something that's taken a long time, guys. Many decades, many decades, maybe even many centuries to go through. So this is really good. This is stable energy that I'm picking up, stabilizing the world rather than the way it was going over the last couple of years, probably ever since COVID, and where things have become quite unstable. The positive change here is a stability, possibly more stable than it's been in a number of decades. This is the world globally, and especially the United States. I see stability there, and I see positive change being enacted for the middle classes. Now, he is doing this by colouring outside the lines, and he is not afraid. See, what's changed about Trump is he's not afraid to not be liked, whereas previously, in the previous time he was the leader, he was afraid. He was afraid of not being liked. This time he doesn't care, and I think that's great. That's a positive change in him, because that weakness isn't there anymore. Because let's be honest, people pleasers, people who like to be liked, are often quite easy to manipulate, and this time he's not being manipulated. He has a goal of focus, of grounding the country financially, mainly. But I think that's what the people want. The people want positive change when it comes to what's going in their pocket. And I see that although there's going to be, okay, I'm getting this kind of really chaotic kind of energy that's coming in is going to change to one of a slower pace, but it's going to be maintained. So people who are afraid out there that he's not going to be able to sustain the pace, he will be able to sustain the pace. I see him continuing to push boundaries in the government. I see him continuing to do that. And I see ultimately him being positively judged in the long run for this particular term. Now, I'm not going to go into other people that are coming into this energy. I will go into people like Musk at a later stage. I'll be doing probably him next. He's another person that's always in the news. But I keep getting these people around him are looking for the weakness, but it's not there. Not this time. I don't see him as someone who is going to be easily coerced or manipulated. And I even see negotiations with people around him breaking down. Their argument is not sustainable. I get him sitting in his office talking to a person on the phone, and that person is trying to convince him to negotiate, and Trump is just the better communicator. He's very good at communicating with world leaders. Very good. And ultimately will be judged positively for his ability to communicate and to negotiate with other world leaders. Yeah, I see that. And other world leaders would be should be open, is what I'm getting. Should be open to not be this persecution thing that I was picking up, where people want to go in and immediately with this persecution mindset. They need to change that perspective, guys. They need to change their idea, what they have in their head, before they go into to negotiate with this man. Because he's the weakness that was there before, towing the party line, is not there. It is not there, and that's actually a good thing. It's more like I'm getting like a libertarian kind of energy. People are going to hate hearing that, but I am getting that. It's like an independent, someone with independent thought. Wow, right? When does that ever happen in politics? People with independent thought. Yeah. And he likes people with independent thoughts. He likes people who come up with solutions. He doesn't want to hear about problems. He doesn't want to hear about whining and moaning and people who just want things to continue as they have always been. He wants to hear about problem and solution in one. And he's going to be able to maintain the pace. So if people are worried or concerned about his health, I actually see that there may be a minor surgery coming up for him, but nothing that's, well, it is going to slow him down just slightly. Maybe that's that weakness I was picking up, where there's this like pause and activity for a I'm picking up some kind of surgery. But it won't be too long before he's up and ready to go again and to continue with inputting the change that he ran on. Yeah, so nothing really bad. I mean, has he gotten away with things in the past? Of course he has. I mean, but this is not about his past, guys. This reading is not judging the man's past. I want to make that clear. It's understanding where he is right now, understanding and giving an idea of where he'll be in the near future, and giving information to people who have been perhaps misled by social media, judgmental news outlets, that kind of thing. This man wants to be seen as not like a Democrat or a Republican. He wants to be seen as a leader. That's the difference, I think. He's not this time he is not just going down the road of wanting to be liked in the political field. He's over that. He's done. He's been persecuted. He knows. He sees through people. He's learned a lot from the last few years. Let's see. When it comes to this Hanged Man energy, yeah. It's very good, guys. It's there was so much doom and gloom. And again, I am not politically affiliated with either side here, guys. This is a psychic reading. Nothing to do with me or my views. But this is going to be something here that is really going to end conflict. Now, in the broader scheme of things, we can talk about world conflict, absolutely. It's not really diplomacy that I'm picking up around him. It's more about open and honest communication and the power of negotiation that brings about this stability, this happy outcome. And it's not about like threats or anything like that. These things that are happening are not meant as threats to other countries. It's a communication meant to open up negotiation, a dialogue for positive change. That's what's going on there with Trump. Now, the outcome here, I want to see, let's see, the outcome, when it comes to Trump, what is the outcome here? Yeah, being ostracized. You know what? People who are who think differently, who want to do different things, who are not afraid to step outside the line, are shunned, persecuted. because they challenge the status quo. Think of all these people over here as the status quo, the regular politicians. And here's Trump over here. And I'm even picking up like Musk also, you know. But the thing is, it's harder when you're this energy, but it's also easier. Now, how is that possible? In a perfect world, it would be great to think independent thought and be supported, but the reality is generally that doesn't happen, and that's what I'm seeing here. You know, but this also is a powerful motivator when we are on the outsides, a bit of an outsider. But someone like this has immense, you know, it doesn't matter what these people think, someone here has an immense power, motivation, you know. Anyone who has been persecuted and feels wrongly judged, you know, again, right or wrong, this is not meant to be an indictment on Trump's past. This is current energy and near future. So this energy here is a powerful motivator. A powerful motivator. And I see him gravitating towards people that are also in that energy. Interesting. Okay. So we see him being ostracized, being shunned. But it's just motivation, it's just fuel. You know, no longer is he so worried about being liked by these people. He's just going to carry on regardless and do what needs to be done. And I think that the country needs that. People, that's going to annoy the crap out of people. They're going to be aggravated. It's not going to bother him. No, very stable energy, guys, around him. It's not going to bother him. It's going to irritate the crap out of people around him. That's for certain. But I can't... Yeah, it's hard work. It's not going to be easy for him because he's going to be met with persecution and negative judgment. But the thing is, by his actions... Doesn't matter if he's liked, you know. The thing is, the best leaders are not liked. They're not your best friend. But they have your best interests at heart, and this time he does. He's going to make some possible mistakes along the way in terms of people that are around him, and we'll talk about that in other readings. But ultimately, I see his agenda and what he wants to commit to, which is genuinely wanting middle to lower class Americans to have a better deal. He does genuinely want that, and that's something that's happened. There's a little bit more of a mellow energy in terms of families. He is more family oriented, family motivated these days than he was in the past. That's another change, guys. And wanting stability and strength for the average person that is lawfully in the US. And I mean, I'm not going to go, this is not a judgment on other things that may be happening right now. This is just meant to understand the man and where he's coming from. I'm going to leave it there for now, guys, and wish you all the very best. If you enjoy these readings on popular figures, I hope that you drop me a comment down below and let me know if this is something that you'd like more of. Would you like me to talk more about world events? Would you like me to talk more about people that are in the public eye? Let me know anyone that you'd like a reading on, and I'll do that for you guys. And share me on your social media, especially if you know someone who would who would like this video. And if you're a newcomer, welcome, guys. I hope that you consider subscribing. I'd love to have you. Please take care, and if you'd like a personal reading, of course, you can email me, gypsyinsights@gmail.com. Thank you, guys. Please take care, and bye for now.